Leeds Rhinos. Leeds taught harsh lesson by Melbourne in 38-4 World Club Challenge defeat. Super League champions well beaten in Melbourne. Cameron Smith and Billy Slater imperious for NRL champions. Melbourne's Suliasi Vunivalu runs clear to score a try during the NRL champions' victory over Leeds Rhinos in the World Club Challenge match at AAMI Park. Photograph Scott Barber, Getty Images. Gary Hetherington had underlined the scale of the task facing Leeds in the World Club Challenge by saying victory over the all-conquering Melbourne in their own backyard would be the Rhinos' greatest accomplishment. In the event, the chief executive's hopes came to nothing as Leeds were given the lesson many feared. But the Super League champions had nothing to be ashamed of after losing 38-4. Leeds held their own for large periods, but there was little doubting who the best side on the planet are. Even if the final 34-point margin felt somewhat harsh on Brian McDermott's side, Cameron Smith and Billy Slater remain as imperious as they were over a decade ago for Melbourne, while they were also backed up by the next generation of imposing Australian talent such as Cameron Munster and Brodie Croft. The NRL champions are undeniably the kings of Club Rugby League, and the scoreline underlined their might. Leeds, unbeaten in their first two games of the Super League season, travelled to Australia without a number of frontline forwards. Those absences were significant as they were gradually rolled over by a fearsome pack. Yet midway through the first half, the game was in the balance before key moments took the contest away from Leeds. They trailed 10-4 after the opening quarter following Ryan Hall's try before making an unforgivable error when they failed to take advantage of a spell of sustained pressure. Shortly after, they lost Jack Walker and Stevie Ward to injuries, which would ultimately end their participation in the match. Suliasi Vunivalu's try on the stroke of half-time, coupled with 2 goals from Smith, were pivotal. Leeds began well, taking the lead via Hall following a magnificent pass from Ward. Yet as the half wore on, Melbourne began to find their groove. The young half-back Croft was at the heart of their moves, sending Jesse Bromwich over from close range before creating a try of his own. Leeds had their chances, but the Vunivalu try on half-time was decisive. They had to score first in the second half to stand any chance of a record-equalling fourth World Club Challenge, but had no answer to what the Storm would produce to ensure a fifth Australian victory in the past 6 editions of this event. There were 4 further Melbourne tries, but most tellingly of all, not a single point conceded in return. The towering forward, Nelson Asofa Solomona, underlined the difference between the sides as he charged over, before Felice Kaufusi followed suit. Merciless Melbourne were not done either, with tries in the final minutes from Will Chambers and Dale Finucane. Leeds Walker, Briscoe, Watkins, Sutcliffe, Hall, Moon, Myler, Cuthbertson, Parcale, Singleton, Jones Buchanan, Ablett, Ward, interchanged Dwyer, Ormondroyd, Kinehorst, Delaney, Try Hall, Melbourne Slater, Vunivalu, Chambers, Scott, Addo Carr, Munster, Croft, Bromwich, C. Smith, Glassby, Kaufusi, Hoffman, Finucane, interchange B. Smith, Asofa Solomona, Bromwich, Welch, tries Bromwich, Croft, Vunivalu, Asofa Solomona, Kaufusi, Chambers, Finucane, goals Smith 5, referees G. Sutton and B. Cummins. NRL. Attendance 19,062.